Hello, everyone. It's your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you another Discovery Necking and Afraid Last One Standing episode review and recap. Okay, this is season 3, episode 4. All shelter break loose. Okay, we're gonna get into the things. This is a 30-day challenge in Australia where the survivalists will compete in multiple challenges to be the last one standing and win $100,000 and a perfect 10.0 PSR. Okay, make sure you guys subscribe, like, share, comment. I love talking to you guys down in the comments. Shout out to everybody that leaves a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the episodes and the show. Make sure you guys share all of that good stuff. You could send a donation to the Let's Talk Wild Venmo or PayPal accounts. Everything will be linked in the description box. Now, let's get into the episode, honey. This episode was insane. Okay, I'm going to save my wild thoughts for later, but just letting y'all know it was crazy, and I'm so excited to get into this episode. So let's do it. And if you missed episode 3, the playlist will be linked below in the description, and of course I will have timestamps available. Okay, guys, so always check the description. I'll have the timestamps just in case you gotta watch, leave, come back, all of that good stuff. Okay, now we left off on day 10. I'm not going to bring up the survivalist just yet, okay? But we left off on day 10. Laura, Max, and Matt, their camp. Laura and Matt, they get up early to hunt. They find a boar. They split up, and they have both of the bows. So they find a boar, and Matt takes a shot. They find the arrow with some blood on it, and now they have to wait to find the blood trail for the pig. But eventually, they take it as a loss. They can't find it. It is what it is. Patrick, Jermaine, and Cheney. Patrick wants to go hunting alone. Jermaine tells him it's dangerous to hunt a boar by yourself. Patrick thinks Jermaine and Cheney are disrespecting him. He says he's the reason why they are eating. Okay. He's very arrogant around this time. Now, Cheney wants Jermaine to hunt and says that Patrick basically needs to get his ego in check. Now, Patrick finds a boar and starts chasing after it, and he takes a shot. Okay, he takes a shot with the bow. Do you guys think he hit the boar? No, he misses. So at this point in time, no one has brought home any bacon. Okay. Now Patrick gets back to camp, and Jermaine asks Cheney, did he come with the pig? And she said no. Jermaine wants to use patience to get a boar, not running up on it, all crazy and stuff. And Patrick is getting pissed off because he thinks they don't believe in him as a hunter. He as in Patrick. Patrick heads over to Laura, Max, and Matt's camp, and he tells them about his missed boar hunt, and he tells them he's tired of Jermaine and he's ready for camps to switch, and he wants new survival assets and all that. That is crazy, the fact that Patrick went over there to their camp to talk to them. That was crazy to me. And I'm surprised they even entertained him a little bit. They ain't just shoo him away, because a lot of people would have just shoo Patrick away like he was a gnat, like go, like please go. Okay, you're a gnat, you're in the way, you're annoying. Bye. Day 11. Okay, everyone finds a scroll at their camps telling them that it's time to migrate, y'all. So camp switch up. Absolutely, they all head out to find they hit out, and they find out that the camps have been disbanded, and to make things worse or better for the competition, depending who you're asking, you have to give up all of your survival assets. So they have to give up all of their survival assets, the bows, the hides, the fishing gear, all of that. They then have to pick a scroll, and if they have a matching scroll with a local native bird on it, you'll be paired up. So, everybody's taking a scroll. You match with a native bird on a scroll, honey. That's who you're linked up with. So first up, we have, yes, Kayla, my girl Kayla H, and we have Max here. Okay, so they both picked a magpie bird. Okay, so I want to get into, y'all know I like getting into the animal things. This is Let's Talk Wild, so we're gonna get into the animal things. This is an Australian magpie here, guys. This is a songbird, and they can be very aggressive and territorial. You may have seen videos of them swooping down on humans during their breeding season. Yeah, they'll get at you. Okay, so Australian magpie bird, songbird of Australia. You know, this is the species of the episode. Okay, yeah. Next up, Max, not Max. Ooh, Matt is who the M's names, honey. We have Matt and Darren. They are linked up together. Then we have Jamie and Trish. They still together, y'all. Yup. Could you believe it? I couldn't believe it. Then we have Patrick and Cheney together. So that leaves Jermaine and Laura together. They are partnered up. Okay, they are partnered up. So for the challenge, this is a survival 2 asset challenge where they can win some survival assets. The survivalists have to build an Australian Aborigines domed shaped shelter that can fit both of them inside and can be moved. Okay, yes, get into the name of the episode, all shelter break loose. So we're getting into the shelter building. So the first thing that they have to do is collect material, vines, bark, saplings. Okay, the second step, or the second phase, they have to build the shelter. They have to use at least 10 strong flexible saplings or vines and 3 horizontal vine rings. They have all been given rope to help tie together their material. Phase 3, they have to cover the dome shaped frame with material, leaving a open doorway. And the last step, the final phase, is pack and carry the shelter across the finish line to win. Okay, so for winnings, first place, they'll win 3 assets. Second place, 2 assets. Third place, 2 assets. And the last 2 teams will compete in an elimination challenge. Okay, so let's get into the challenge. Everyone starts collecting their material. Let's start with Matt and Darren. So Matt and Darren, they are working well together and are the first to gather all of their material to start building their shelter. They get the construction done and start to cover the shelter frame with paper bark. Matt takes some vine to use as a belt to wrap around the paper bark to hold it together, which I thought was amazing. Come on, Matt. Matt is going to always give us the survival stuff, putting this stuff together. I love it. They check that they both can fit, and they start to pack it up so they can transport it. Yes, them boys was getting it done. Okay, now my girl Kayla teamed up with Max. Okay, they are the second to gather their material and start construction on their shelter. They get their frame built and start to cover it with paper bark. They check that they both can fit, and they start to pack it up and they can transport it. Okay, next up, Patrick and Cheney. They are the third group to gather their material and start shelter construction, but then they end up misplacing their rope. But Patrick finds it. I thought they was going to be out of it, honey. I said, not y'all misplaced the rope. Come on now. They get the frame constructed and they cover it with paper bark. They check that they both can fit and they start to pack theirs up and transport it. Okay. Now we are on to Laura and Jermaine. They gather different size saplings, so you know they have to get more saplings because they all are different. Tongue tied. They all are different sizes. They get more and they start their shelter construction. Jermaine says he thinks Laura doesn't trust them. Laura says the saplings are not long enough, and Jermaine is trying to tie them, but they aren't the same size. As they're putting together the shelter, Laura gets smacked. The queen. Who smacked the queen? Off with the head, honey. Off with the head. Not hurting a queen. Absolutely not. So Laura gets smacked in the face by a flyaway sapling. And Jermaine checks on her, and the queen gets herself together, and they continue their construction. Okay. Now they get the frame done and the frame dome done, and they start to cover it with the paper bark. But Laura is still hurting. She can't stand up. She's feeling dizzy. She's helping as much as she can, but she can't stand up. So Jermaine is like, absolutely not. I'm gonna keep checking on you. But he was like, nope, call a medicine. So he calls the medicine because her head is bleeding at this point. Okay. Now let's get into Jamie and Trish. They are the fourth team to gather material and start their construction. They are using vines instead of saplings, which Jamie says could be a risk, but he's willing to take it. It is what it is. The sun is really tearing Jamie up. He's a Scotsman, okay? He's not an Australian man. He's not supposed to be out there in that type of weather, so it's breaking him down. Trish goes to cut some more material, and she cuts a branch, and she gets some toxic rubber tree sap in her eye. Yep, in her eye. Now she can't see, and the medic comes in. This is crazy. This challenge was crazy. Everybody is man down, woman down. What is going on? But the medic comes in. The medic is flushing her eye with saline, and Jamie is still trying to construct a shelter. And Trish says her pain level is between an 8 and a 9. And after, she gets her eyes flushed, she says it's not burning, but it's irritating. But meanwhile, Jamie is still struggling in the heat. It was a hot mess. Okay. Now let's get into the winners, and then we'll get into more of the drama of what's happening with the rest of the episode. So Kayla, H, and Max win first place. Max and Darren, second place. Chini and Patrick, third place. I know the people was pissed that Patrick won another challenge, honey. In the bottom, you have Laura and Jermaine, and you have Jamie and Trish. Okay, so Laura and Jermaine. Jermaine is focusing on making sure Laura is okay. She's still being seen by the medic. The medic says she doesn't have a concussion, but her neck and head hurts, and she's experiencing some whiplash, basically. Okay, so she walking around stiff like a robot. Okay, not the queen had to turn into a robot, honey. So she's all messed up in the game. Okay. Not funny, but child, this episode was crazy. Now, Jamie and Trish. Jamie is having a heat stroke, and even with Trish's eye, she's worried about him. Her eyes gets better after a couple of flushes, and she's able to see again, but it's blurry. The medic gives Jamie some cold water to drink, and they dump cold water over his body to help cool him down. But they no, we gotta get him in the water. So they take him down to the creek, and they put him in the water to help cool him down some more. And it's not looking good for Jamie. He's moaning, he's groaning, he's in bad shape. So the medics, they stabilize Jamie's blood pressure and his temperature, but they decide to medically evacuate him. So he is gone. He is out of here, honey. Hold up, y'all. Let me show the file. Here we go. Jamie has been medically tapped out. Okay, the Scotsman is out. It's over. So he's out of here. They got to get him to a hospital ASAP. Okay, so with him being tapped out, no elimination challenge will happen because Jamie was taken out of here. So let's get into the winners and the items that they chose. Okay, so Kayla and Max, they chose to take a bow, some fishing gear, and hides. Max and Darren chose a bow and fishing gear, and where we had Patrick and Chini, decide to take a bow and some jute rope. Okay, so now they have to migrate, y'all. They gotta migrate But medics don't think it's safe for Trish and Laura to migrate, just because of everything that happened with them, with their the whiplash, honey, the neck, the body, the eye. So they'll stay in zone 1 with Jermaine for the night. Zone 2's location has a good water source and bore in the area for the other survivalists. Okay, so yes, let's get into this. I gotta clear my stuff up, but yes, here we go. Trish, so we're on, what day are we on? Yes, let's because we left off on day 10. We left off on day 10, but day 11 they got the scroll saying, listen, is a challenge today. So we on day 12, guys. Okay, so well, not yet. We're on night 11 because some things went down. Night 11, Trish, Laura, and Jermaine. The medic comes in to check on Trish's eye. The medic wants to medically tap her because he believes that her eye will get worse. You know, the blurred vision will get worse without proper treatment at a hospital, and Trish is pissed. But she decides to stay. She wants to see how, she feels in the morning. Okay, so I know some of the haters online was like, yeah, Trish's eye messed up. She ready to get a body. Trish said, absolutely not. I'm all right. I'm staying. Just not playing. We are on day 12. Okay, so day 12, Trish, Laura, and Jermaine. Trish's eye feels better. Her vision is still blurry, but she was clear to continue the challenge. Laura feels like a robot. Her neck and head still hurts. They find some scrolls and they are cleared for migration. Okay, so let's get into Kayla and Max. What they doing on day 12? They find some mussels to use as bait to fish with, and they catch themselves some fish. Matt and Darren, they head down to the water and they find a fish on Kayla's and Max's line, but they didn't take it. Okay, they didn't pull a Patrick, they didn't steal it, they left it alone. Okay, then they had a conversation with Max while Kayla was still catching fish. You already know Kayla is that girl with that fishing line. Don't play with her. Okay, so she was over there doing her thing, catching them fish, honey. Now, Patrick and Cheney. Patrick wants to catch a boar because they don't have fishing line to fish with. And Patrick and Cheney, they hear Kayla and Max catching fish. And they were not happy, okay? So let's go back to Trish, Laura, and Jermaine. So they have to split up into different camps. And the camps get to choose who they want. So Kayla, Max, and Kayla and Max got first dibs on who they wanted to join. So they chose Laura. Max is like, oh, that's my home girl. Like, I've been in this with her. Like, yeah, this is what it is. Like, I'm I'm looking out after her. Laura is like, I'm stiff as a robot. My neck's messed up. But Max is like, no, this is my home girl. Like, come on over here, girl. But Kayla, okay, Kayla wasn't really feeling Laura joining because of her injury. So I'm excited to see how their dynamic is going to be next week. Okay, so next up we have Matt, Darren, and Trish. Oh yeah. So they picked Trish because they want Jermaine and Patrick to keep having these issues. They want them to just tear each other heads off. Okay, so they like, yeah, let's pick Trish. We don't care. They talking about, yeah, let's they're like, hold up. They're like, yeah, let's just even it out. So, with the women, we want to spread it out. And the whole time it's like, no, y'all want Patrick and Jermaine to keep going at each other. That's what y'all trying to do. Okay, so Patrick, Cheney, and Jermaine, they are back together in the group, and Patrick and Jermaine are not happy about it. Absolutely not. So we are going to get into my thoughts, and then we're going to get into the thoughts of the viewers, because y'all know I love reading the comments, honey, of the viewers. Okay, not yet. Okay, so My thoughts. This was one of the most insane episodes of Naked and Afraid. Like all of the medical stuff going on, it was crazy. It was crazy. But I am proud of Kayla. She's really doing her thing. Like once she got that fishing line, I said, my girl ready to be out there fishing, catching them fish, doing what it do. And that's exactly what she was doing. So I'm really proud of Kayla. I'm excited to see how her and Laura's dynamic, ends up. Hopefully Laura gets her neck and her back, my neck and my back, her neck and her back together, okay? And they can make some magic happen out there. But I'm happy Laura wasn't tapped because, I want to see her go the distance. But I want her to rest up a little bit and literally get her head back into the game, okay? Back into the challenge. Patrick gonna be Patrick. Patrick is still in the game, y'all. Y'all want him gone? He is still here. The Scotsman, he's gone. He's gone. Okay. So Jamie is gone. So what other villain do we have, y'all? The only villain we got is Patrick. Y'all gotta let Patrick be the villain. Let Patrick do what he gonna do to give great TV. Okay. Like y'all gotta let it play out how it's gonna play out. Okay. Now I want to get into the fan comments. The people, I'm gonna pull them up, but I do want to say the people wanted Trish to go, but she said she's staying to compete, blurry vision and all. She don't care. And I think we all called Jermaine would end up back at camp with Patrick and Cheney. Like we was all on X, formerly known as Twitter, chatting amongst ourselves with the group, with the fans, and we're like, Jermaine is gonna end up back with Cheney and Patrick, and they're gonna bump heads. And so the beef between them heats up next week. But Cheney is so phony. So Cheney was talking about how last week how she want Jermaine to do the hunting because he got experience with that and all of that. She didn't want Patrick to do it and all that. But now that she teamed up with just for the time being before Jermaine joins them again, but she teamed up with Patrick, and now it's all peaches and cream and all of this. Girl, Cheney, you are phony, but we see you, girl. We see how you playing the game, okay? Now let's put up the comments. We got Cat of PA said, Patrick pisses me off normally, but saying Laura isn't a legend because she got injured, what a effing douchebag. I love that y'all censor yourself. Thank you. So I ain't got to blur it out. Shout out to you, Cat of PA. Hashtag naked and afraid. Okay. So yeah, like Patrick was like, all these legends, they calling themselves legends. What's all this medical stuff going on? What are all these medics doing out here? Y'all ain't no legends. Ciao. So we have White Diamond. She said, man, I feel really bad for Jamie right now. Trish has been rendered helpless. Sorry, dude. Hashtag naked and afraid. Ooh, honey, I told y'all the fans, I'll let you know how they're feeling every time. White Diamonds again said, shout out to you, White Diamonds, honey. You was on the mark tonight. Like three casualties back to back. What is happening? This is a first for Naked and Afraid. Hashtag Naked and Afraid. Y'all see I liked and retweeted that, honey. Re-X that, honey, because it's true. Like this had to be like a first because this was crazy. Absolutely insane. Next up, we have me. Said Australia is tearing them the F up. Hashtag naked and afraid. We need a medic over here. Like for real, like medics was working overtime this episode, okay? Next up, we have Mr. Get Off, Mr. 713, Matt and Darren, funny as F for sending Jermaine back to that group. Hashtag naked and afraid. Hashtag last one standing. Yeah, they knew what they were doing, but you know what? I ain't mad at it. Give us the drama, honey. I don't care. Next up we have Shaniqua. Hey girl, Nicole Shaniqua. She said butt naked with glasses. That would be me. Go off, Cheney. No, for real. Y'all glasses wearers, prescription glasses wearers, y'all know how it is, honey. We need to see, okay? Hey, thanks for watching. But yeah, we need to see. So you out there with your glasses on. We see you, Cheney, period. She said, I gotta see the competition. I gotta see the boards. I gotta see the fish. I gotta see these challenges. I gotta see these scrolls. I gotta see these assets. Cheney said, I need my glasses, honey. I'm naked, but the glasses got to stay. I know that's right. I'm hollering. Wells, what we got? Hold up. Yes, I'm loving the comments tonight. White diamonds again. Okay, not Max calling Trish the White Widow. Or did he call her a white witch? I don't know. He might have called her a white widow. I don't know, but Max funny. But he ain't choose her. He chose Lori. He said, I'm choosing my homegirl, period. Next up we have Book Addict Girl. I love books too, girl. Shout out to you. They said, why? Well, she said, okay, she identifies as a girl. Okay, Book Addict Girl said, why aren't these like Patrick, Jeff, etc. disqualified from Naked and Afraid Last One Standing? Naked and Afraid doesn't seem like a real survivalist to me. Let's get this together, okay? I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to tell y'all about this. This is a competition. This is a TV show. They, Naked and Afraid production, the people that's running this show, this competition, said it is, if survival assets are left out, they can be taken. They can be taken. It's part of the competition. So you asking why they're not disqualified, you have to be clear on the rules of the competition. He's not doing anything wrong by taking unsupervised assets. Like, this is still a show. This is show business. We need drama. We need that. And I want to say, the people don't like Patrick because of all this, but shout out to Patrick for giving us great TV. I don't care. I don't care if he's stealing fishing lines. I don't care. I don't. It's part of the competition. There's no disqualifications right now. It's left unattended, your fishing line left unattended, your bowls left unattended. It's up for grabs. Period. Y'all got to get with the program. Okay? Y'all need to be telling the survivalists to keep those assets close. Okay? Keep them close. Because they know Patrick is on that ass. Okay? He said it. He said it this episode. He said, I took fishing line before. I plan on doing it again. He don't care. It's part of the competition. There is going to be one person standing. Last one standing. Period. It's going to get brutal when the competition really get down to the last couple of people. It is going to be brutal, because either it's going to be you or it's going to be them. Who want that 100 wow the most? Who want that 10.0 PSR the most? Because what it's looking like to me, Patrick won it. Because he said, I'm going to do what I got to do to win. Okay? It also looked like that, Matt wants to win as well, because Matt has been doing his thing with the challenges and whatnot. But I'm just saying, child, y'all better get with the program. This is a TV show. They already said ain't no disqualifications for taking unattended assets. So you better hold on to them assets. And make sure Patrick don't get them, honey. Patrick sticky fingers. He don't care. Naked and stealing. He don't care. And I don't care either. It's a competition. Some might disagree. Y'all let me know. Leave a comment. Y'all know I love hearing what y'all got to say, seeing what y'all got to say. We can agree to disagree, but guess what? This is a safe place to leave your comments, okay? But make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. Okay. Please support your girl. You can send a donation to the Let's Talk Wild Venmo or PayPal account. Everything will be linked in the description box. Please turn on your post notifications so you could be notified when I go live. Check out some more videos here at the channel. Catch up on the episodes, some animal news, some celebrity pets and celebrity animal interactions, all of that good stuff. Guess what, guys? Listen, it's been a long weekend, but y'all make sure that y'all do what y'all gotta do. Stay uplifted. And I hope y'all make it through the week, honey. If y'all here just for Naked and Afraid, last one standing, make sure you guys check me out next Sunday after. I'm here every Sunday after the episode, 10:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here to talk about the episode. So y'all make sure y'all check y'all girl out. Y'all know, support. I really appreciate you guys for leaving comments and just engaging with me and watching and liking and sharing. I really, really appreciate you guys, because it feels good to like go live and y'all enjoy, my review, my recap, and like I said, even if we disagree, you guys still show me love. Y'all still give your opinion. Like I said, we could agree to disagree. It's never no tension, no disrespect to any of you guys or the survivalists, because at the end of the day, it takes guts to go out there and do what they're doing. 14-day fan challenge, 21-day challenge, doing it, the challenge alone, doing it for 40 days, XL challenge, doing it for 30 days, competing in challenges to be the last one standing for $100,000 and a perfect PSR of 10.0. Okay, so it takes guts, and shout out to all the survivalists. They doing what it do, and I really appreciate it. Even the survivalists that were medically tapped or tapped out, shout out to y'all for even going out there and trying to compete in the challenge. It takes guts, and y'all giving us a show, something for us to watch. So make sure you guys keep surviving. It's a wild world out there, but keep surviving. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.